Welcome back to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Our focus this morning has been on Employ Milwaukee, which is formerly known as the Milwaukee Area Workforce Investment Board. Their mission is to build a strong workforce development system by planning, coordinating, collaborating, and monitoring initiatives with businesses, partners, and community stakeholders at the local, regional, and state level to actually ensure a skilled and productive workforce for the 21st century. My guest has been Willie Wade, who serves as the Vice President of Community Relations. Welcome back.
Hey.
And we did, before the break, bring up the fact that Governor Scott Walker's office invested $4.5 million with hopes to strengthen and rebuild Milwaukee in many different areas. One of the ways that money is being spent is with the mobile hire centers. Tell us more about that and how it can ultimately help individuals who are trying to find a good paying job.
Well, one of the issues that we had with accessing workforce is that we had two one-stops, one on the north side, one on the south side. And if you didn't live near the one-stop, you may have a problem getting to those destinations. So what the governor did was they made mobile units where they would come, they would announce in enough time, a couple of weeks, that they would be at this location. They would have staff members there and some of the other community-based organizations along with Employ Milwaukee would staff it. And we invite the community to come to a convenient location where we could get them in the door, get them on a computer, get them into the workforce system. And then at that point, we would know how to contact them. We would know how to get information to them, and we would know how to better get them engaged into the workforce. And they have them all over the town. They have some on the south side, some on the north side, a lot in the inner city, and some maybe in the outlying areas. And this was the governor's attempt to get people who ordinarily wouldn't be able to access the workforce system a chance to do it in a convenient manner.
Yeah, and just to give an example, one of the first places that it went to is the Milwaukee Urban League, and we had Ralph Holman here, and he talked about how that mobile unit being there actually was excellent for people who are used to coming into the Urban League and taking care of different things, and then that was there at that particular time, giving them that extra boost in being able to really accomplish the goals that they want to see happen for themselves. And then, go ahead.
Oh, and you know, what we want to do is provide a service to people. And sometimes it's hard to access the people, and sometimes it's hard to access the service. So this approach was an attempt to try to combine those two things. We bring it closer to your home, we bring it to different areas where if you couldn't get to the Urban League, you may have been able to get to the one that was at Sherman Park, or you may be been able to get to the one that was actually housed at Employ Milwaukee. So it gives more people an opportunity, different times, different days, to get connected to the workforce. So I thought it was a pretty good strategy and a pretty good idea. And it's a lot of people who ordinarily we would not have had information on that we were able to collect data on and get them into our data system and communicate with them about workforce.
And so is this mobile hire unit, so to speak, center, is it going to continue through 2017? What's the timeline?
Well, I know we do have one coming up in a couple of weeks, and unfortunately I don't know the exact date, but we do have one coming up in a couple of weeks. So I do know that it will be going on into the end of 2016.
Okay.
Now, it would be my guess that because there's a need and because of the success of the ones that they have, that the state will probably be mobilizing and getting together to continue this into 2017. And if that's not the case, that would be my hope that they would look at it and say, you know what, this is something good and we want to continue this.
So if somebody's at home watching and they want to keep up with the unit, would they be able to call Employ Milwaukee to find out where the next stop would be?
They could call Employ Milwaukee at 270-1700 and just tell the person to answer the phone exactly what it is you want, if that's the information you want. If that person can't give it to you directly, they'll take your information and someone will get back to you and let you know exactly where the next one is located, time, date, so you can be prepared to participate.
All right. Employ Milwaukee is the workforce development board that serves Milwaukee County, and you made that clear early on in this conversation. And Mayor Tom Barrett is the chief local elected official directing the work that has been done. So the mayor has his own project of finding work for young people, the Earn and Learn program, and he's been on the show to talk about that as well. So what we'll do is take a look at how proud he is of that program.
Well, what I want to do this summer is I want to put 3,000 kids to work. This is going to need some heavy lifting from the private sector. And I get on the phones on almost a daily basis and call businesses and ask them to contribute to this. They can contribute at the Greater Milwaukee Foundation. But if we're going to break the cycle of poverty, that means we're going to have to teach the young people not only the value of work, but that there is an opportunity for them to have a job. That's what's missing in too many neighborhoods in the city. So I really think that this is, in many ways, a way for us 5, 10, 15 years from now to have lower crime in the city if we can get young kids at the earliest age possible knowing what the value of work is.
So there you have it, and the mayor really is hoping to continue to grow this, but he needs help from the corporations and the businesses that are in the community to help hire these young people so that they can be exposed to what it's like to hold down a job, making their own money, things of that nature.
Well, the mayor is so proud of the program that it's called the Mayor's Earn and Learn program.
Didn't want to leave that part out,
Don't want
right?
to leave that part out. And well, he should be proud of it because it does several things. Number one, the Earn and Learn program goes on in the summertime where young people would not be in school or doing school activities, so they would have idle time. So this gives them an opportunity to be engaged in something organized, to have some mentors and some direction from some adults, and also earn a paycheck so they can have a couple of dollars in their pocket in case they want to buy some things, or some of them even help their families out with some of the needs around the house. So that's one of the good things about it. The other good thing about it is that we're talking about the workforce the way it is presently. We have to invest in the future of the workforce. And the future of the workforce, of course, are the people who are coming out of our high schools, who are not going to college or the military. The other place they need to be going to is the workforce, because the other alternative is kind of the streets, and we don't want them there. So we need opportunities. Those opportunities can only be presented by the employers.
Yeah.
So the companies around the city have to say, hey, this is our future workforce. If we want to grow, we need to get some of these young people engaged, so if they will give them the opportunity at a young age, more than likely we won't have all of these wraparound services that we spend money on in the latter part of their life because they were kind of misguided and out there just blowing in the wind for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, when you know better, you do better. So if you know what it feels like to make your own money, then, you know, that's something that you can make a focus from that point on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Employ Milwaukee offers support for young people aged 16 to 24 as well. You have a long list of programs that are specifically set up for young people, and we're quickly running out of time, so I'll allow you to give the website address again so that people can look those up and take advantage.
It's employmilwaukee.org. That's employmilwaukee.org, and I want to just make a small correction. It's 14 to 24.
Okay.
So 14, you can get a work permit. You can work in the Earn and Learn program and other situations, all the way up to young adults at age 24, where you can get apprenticeship or you can get internships.
Sounds good to me. And as we wrap up, this past September, you were named Local Government Official of the Year by the American Planning Association Wisconsin chapter for your contribution to planning excellence in Milwaukee. So I wanted to say congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your new position with Employ Milwaukee, and continued success.
Thank you so much. And it's always good to stop by and visit with you.
I appreciate it, and we hope to see you again soon.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Willie Wade is the VP of Community Relations for Employ Milwaukee. For more information on their programs and services, again, you can visit employmilwaukee.org or call 414-270-1700. And that is going to do it for today's show. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. As always, I thank you for watching, and I do hope you join us again next week as we take another look at our issues, Milwaukee. Happy holidays.